The Spring and Autumn and Warring States period, 770 to 221 BCE, was an era of profound social transformation in Chinese history. It marked the disintegration of the Zhou dynasty's feudal system, from a time when regional lords competed for dominance during the Spring and Autumn period, to an age in the Warring States period when rulers proclaimed themselves kings, warfare grew increasingly brutal, and territorial annexation intensified. In 517 BCE, an apparently trivial dispute over cockfighting gambling led to the ruler of the state of Lu, Duke Zhao of Lu, fleeing into exile in the state of Qi. At the time, real political power in Lu was controlled by the Jipingzi clan, one of the powerful non-legitimate aristocratic families known as the Three Huan. A conflict arose between Jipingzi and another noble family, Zhaobo, when both sides accused each other of cheating during a cockfighting wager. Duke Zhao, who had long resented the Three Huan for monopolizing state power, seized this opportunity to ally himself with Zhaobo and another noble, Zhang Zhaobo. In the autumn of that same year, they launched a military attack against Jipingzi. However, with the logic of when the lips are gone, the teeth grow cold, the other two Huan clans, Shusun and Mengsun, sided with Jipingzi. Together, they defeated Duke Zhao's forces, forcing the duke to flee to the state of Qi. The internal turmoil of Lu and the exile of its ruler deeply disheartened Confucius, who advocated governing the state through morality and ritual. He subsequently left Lu and traveled to Qi. Qi was a major power, and 5 years earlier Duke Jing of Qi, together with his prime minister Yan Ying, had visited Lu to consult Confucius, asking. The state of Qin under Duke Mu was small and geographically remote, yet it managed to become hegemonic. How was this achieved? Confucius replied. Although Qin was small, its ambition was great; although remote, its governance was fair and proper. Duke Mu of Qin redeemed the enslaved Baili Shi with 5 black sheepskins, released him from bondage, conversed with him continuously for 3 days, and then appointed him as a high official, entrusting him with state affairs. Governing a state with such a spirit, achieving hegemony is a minor accomplishment; one could even rule the entire realm. This insight greatly impressed Duke Jing of Qi. Confucius remained in Qi for nearly 2 years and had multiple exchanges with the duke. On one occasion, Duke Jing asked Confucius about governance. Confucius replied, "Let the ruler be a ruler, the minister a minister, the father a father, and the son a son." Duke Jing responded, "Exactly right. If rulers do not act as rulers, ministers as ministers, fathers as fathers, and sons as sons, then even if there is plenty of grain, how could I ever eat it?" This dialogue fully reflects the Confucian core values of benevolence and filial piety. Rulers should govern with compassion, ministers should be loyal, fathers should show kindness, and children should be filial. When such roles are properly fulfilled, families are harmonious, states are stable, and the world is at peace. Although this exchange later became a classic model for maintaining social order and political stability, when Duke Jing considered appointing Confucius to office, his prime minister Yan Ying opposed the idea. While Yan Ying acknowledged that ritual could help ease Qi's disorder, he doubted whether Confucian ideals could truly transform Qi's customs and provide long-term stability. As a result, Confucius was not employed and eventually departed. Years later, Confucius again traveled to Qi to persuade Duke Jing. Once more, the duke did not adopt his proposals but instead offered Confucius a city as a means of livelihood. Confucius firmly refused. After leaving the duke, he said to his disciples, "I have only heard that a gentleman accepts salary in return for service. Today I advised Duke Jing, yet he did not accept my counsel and instead offered me a city. This shows that he does not truly understand me." He then ordered his disciples to prepare the carriage and bade farewell to Qi. Confucian thought, centered on benevolence and filial piety, became the mainstream of traditional Chinese culture and did not deviate from humanity's long evolutionary path. Throughout his life, Confucius traveled among the states with his students, promoting his teachings, yet he was never fully accepted by any ruler of his time. Fortunately, through the tireless efforts of generations of his disciples, Confucianism became deeply rooted in Chinese traditional culture. It was embraced and revered by ordinary people, forming a cultural identity that has endured for over 2,000 years and sustaining an unbroken Chinese civilization for more than 2 millennia.